Viewers, it's easy to fall back on sweeping generalizations to describe the outcome of the national election result in Bangladesh. Some have called it a new dawn, and another phrase has been used, a new page. But nothing on the ground has happened to suggest that we are witnessing anything even remotely path-breaking. The national election in Bangladesh and its build-up itself have followed a tired script. Bans on political parties, ballot fixing, violence, and the same parlous flirtations with filthy lucre. The outcome too was on expected lines. Well, almost. The BNP won 212 seats, the Jamaat 77. Now, while the victory of the centre-right Bangladesh Nationalist Party, or BNP, led by Tariq Rahman, was guaranteed because of the ban on the Sheikh Hasina-led Awami League, the emergence from the fringes of the Jamaat-e-Islami, viewers, and I can show you those numbers, marks a stunning turnaround for religious politics in the nation. 77 seats. Let's pull those numbers out. There it is. 77 seats, viewers, have been taken out of 300 by the Jamaat. That's almost a quarter. Henceforth, an India-baiting BNP will rule, and the Hindu genocide normalizing Jamaat-e-Islami will sit in the opposition. With a party like that in the opposition, viewers, do you think the BNP is going to become some tempered centrist force? Viewers, the Indian government was quick to proffer congratulations in heaps. The Prime Minister, the External Affairs Minister, and several other notables posted their support for the BNP. In fact, Mr. Jaishankar, as you saw in those pictures, had just met Mr. Rahman a few days back. And this meeting was talked about, viewers, by government sources as an indication that this man, India could easily work with. This is what the Prime Minister said: delightful to speak with Mr. Tariq Rahman. I congratulated him on the remarkable victory in the Bangladesh elections. I conveyed my best wishes and support in his endeavor to fulfill the aspirations of the people of Bangladesh. As two close neighbors with deep-rooted historical and cultural ties, I reaffirmed India's continued commitment to the peace, progress, and prosperity of both our peoples. For India, the elected alternative is potentially trickier, however, viewers. Congratulations aside, here are some reasons why. First, BNP is going to be even more militant with Delhi about providing refuge to arch-rival Awami League ex-PM Sheikh Hasina. In fact, as if on cue, setting the tone on day one itself, the BNP demanded the extradition of Hasina, almost suggesting that it was prepared to risk ties for India's cooperation on the matter. BNP leader Salahuddin Ahmed, a very senior leader, has said we have consistently pressed for her extradition in accordance with our laws. This is an issue between the foreign ministries of the two countries. The word was issue. And we've urged the Indian government to hand her back so she can stand trial. So this is going to be an issue, viewers. Second, BNP has denounced the heroic legacy of Bangladesh's founder Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who spearheaded the country's liberation struggle and helped it to emerge as an independent nation in 1971 from Pakistan. BNP's win paves the way for good relations with Islamabad and potentially the formation of an axis of influence that will include China, that already has entrenched stakes in Bangladesh. Third, the current leader of BNP, that has won a majority, is accused of running a weapons smuggling network supplying guns to the Ulfa separatist group in Assam. With that background, BNP chief Tariq Rahman, unlike his late mother Khalida Zia, is less likely to pander to India's core interests and concerns. And even Khalida Zia, viewers, when she was in power, viewers, and there was the undermining of India's territorial integrity because her party provided shelter to all sorts of terror groups and also Ulfa cadre, viewers, separatists in Assam, that is. So there's a history there. And viewers, let me tell you that the Jamaat has been in alliance with the BNP right up till 2024. So they just uncoupled a few months ago. Delhi's work is cut out. And finally, viewers, the Jamaat-e-Islami has emerged as the principal opposition, which marks a dangerous flirtation with once shunned Islamism in Bangladesh. A look at the electoral map there shows that the Jamaat is on India's doorstep. All those seats that are marked green are all on India's borders, and they are all the seats that were won by the Jamaat. Jamaat, viewers, is on India's doorstep. Most areas of Bangladesh bordering India have been won by the Jamaat. The concern isn't immediate violence, but Islamist mobilization and radicalization in areas in Bangladesh contiguous with India. The emergence of the religious option says a lot about growing religious parochialism in Bangladesh society. And viewers, because, and let's bring that map back out again, because the Jamaat is where it is, up in the north, border of Assam, and right there, the border of Bengal, viewers, there is a concern that this area could become a staging ground for Islamist radicals primed by Pakistan's ISI. Remember, there is an ideological contiguity between the Islamists in Pakistan and the Islamists in Bangladesh. Time will tell, but clearly for the reasons above, Delhi can expect to encounter problems from Dhaka. And this is an issue, viewers. A lot of people will try to brush it under the carpet, but we have a problem. Let's, however, ask the experts. Let's open this up